Hi, my name is Chris Lalevee. I'm an operating engineer with Local 825. We cover all of New Jersey and the five lower counties in New York, what's called the Hudson Valley. And I'm here to talk about and touch on opioids in the construction industry. As we all know, we have a serious epidemic when it comes to opioid use, overuse, misuse, whichever you'd like to call it. We all heard the word fentanyl. Fentanyl is a scary thing. There's so much fentanyl that's getting shipped into the United States these days, and it's showing up everywhere. Fentanyl, unfortunately, is killing people. Fentanyl kills about 108,000 people a year. That's not just construction, that's just in general. The reason that I talk about it in our industry is because the two leading ways to addiction are through surgery and workplace industry. So we're construction workers. Workplace injury is something that happens all the time. For the longest time, they were giving these pills out like they were candy, and now they've started to regulate them. And as they've started to regulate, and people that may become addicted, they end up buying these pills on the street. The pills on the street are pressed with fentanyl, and fentanyl kills. There's now another thing that's getting mixed in, which is called xylazine. And xylazine is a horse tranquilizer. It's more potent than fentanyl, and it's killing just as fast. But let's talk about fentanyl. What fentanyl does is basically blocks your receptors for your brain to tell you to breathe. And what's the best thing that you can do for that? The best thing you can do for that is to have Narcan on your job sites. Narcan you can basically get for free. And I'll give you a website that you can go to, and to get free Narcan. Narcan is basically a nasal spray. If somebody is gone down and you feel it's an overdose, you take the nasal spray. It's as simple as you put it up their nose, you push the plunger and let it sink in. You may have to give 2 doses of Narcan. You may have to give 3 doses of Narcan. What does Narcan do to the body if it's not an overdose? The answer to that is absolutely nothing. So you're not going to hurt anybody any more or any less if you do hit them with Narcan. In this industry, let's face it, we'll know if somebody needs to be Narcaned or not because we know each other. We're a community. We know each other. We may keep quiet about things, but we know each other. And it's a very simple tool, whether you have it on your person, whether the job site has it around. A lot of job sites are putting it with their AED machines in their first aid kit. And I've been told in the past that some that are against it, that Narcan enables people to use, which I disagree. Being that there's a decent percentage, when I say a decent percentage, 47% of people that die from overdose of fentanyl are not drug addicted users. They're normal people that got their hands on a bad pill, maybe from a friend because their back was hurting, from a coworker. And that person did not mean any harm, but this was a pressed pill, and it was pressed with fentanyl, and it was enough to kill that person. So what can we do about this? We can be ready. In the construction industry, they teach us CPR. Most of us have not used CPR ever, yet they teach it to us. In the construction industry, we have AEDs on the job. Thankfully, I've never seen an AED used on any of the jobs. I've seen them present. Thankfully, I've never seen them used, nor did I ever have to use them. Narcan I had to use on a job, and it worked. That's why I'm a believer in this. It saves lives. It gives that person an opportunity, even if they are an addict, to get help and start their life fresh and over again without being addicted. A couple websites I want to mention for you. The first is Safe Project. You could check out Safe Project on all of your social media platforms, and you could also go to safeproject.com and you can find out more about Narcan. You can get trained on Narcan. And if you're looking for more information on how to get Narcan, they have an area there where you can look, and you can go state by state and it'll tell you how to get Narcan. Another website I have for you is Next Distro. It's NEXTDISTRO. They are a harm reduction company. And if you go to their website, nextdistro.com, you fill out the information that they ask you, and they will ship you Narcan. They will ship you fentanyl test strips, anything that you want, as well as information on Narcan. To close it all up, what I will say about the opioids and what I will say about Narcan is, in our industry, we're a community. We've always looked out for each other. I believe we always will look out for each other. Being the father of two teenagers, those teenagers that have friends over and things of that nature, I keep Narcan in my house. So I just want you to think of that. If you say, well, I'm not going to carry Narcan on the job, maybe have it in your house. And you don't necessarily have to carry it, but hopefully the contractors can carry it. And it can be on your job, because at least you're trying. Thank you for your time.